Welcome to the demonstration of Panacea Project Estimator. From the desktop, we will open the Project Estimator. The system has embedded security, so to access the software the user enters the username and password. Opening the software brings us to the main screen. You will note the menu system located down the left hand side. Let's select Quick Estimate. We can either enter a new customer name here or select one from the list. We can also select a site name, and if there is a consultant associated with the project, assign their name. In the administration section of the software, we've set the default tax value to 10%. We can modify this here if for some reason the tax is different. We enter the size of the building here. Each of the 3 levels of our building is 2,500 square metres, so we'll enter 7,500. As this estimate is for a construction site, the local union has said we must pay the cabling technicians an additional $2.50 per hour whilst they are working on site. We can now create our project estimate. As we selected Quick Estimate, the software is opened on a worksheet page. Place the cursor in the description cell on the first row. Press Enter. You'll see all of the products in the database listed. We can use keywords to search for particular items. Let's type Cat3 cable. Press Enter. 2 types of Cat3 cable are available. If we know the part number of the product, we can type that in as well. And you'll see it returns that part number. Let's select that part. We now have all of the information associated with that product. Description, detailed information, unit price, labour unit. We can click on features, performance, technical data sheet, Visio stencil. We can have different distributors of the product. We can assign the product to different phases of the job. Now that I've explained some of the key screens, let's create our estimate. The first thing we need is a cable rack. In the first row, let's type rack. All of the relevant products are listed. Let's select the first item in the list, an Amiga rack. If this is not the one we want, we simply select Enter on the keyboard. The database now steps to the next relevant product. We enter 2 in the quantity. You'll see the unit price on the example is $287. Our total price is $574 for the 2 racks. There is 1 hour of time associated with installing each rack, so our total amount of time is 2 hours. We select Enter on the keyboard and you will see the racks are now inserted into our worksheet automatically. We now want to add shelves, so to step through the database we select Next, 600mm shelves, we want 3. We could continue to select Next, or if we select Skip, we'll go through to the next product group, which is cable tray. We want 300mm tray, so if we select Next, we've now got 300mm tray. We want 20 lengths, select Enter. Our tray's been inserted into the worksheet. We'll exit out, so you'll now see we have racks, shelves and cable tray. We know our supplier is offering us a better price, so if we enter $20 in the unit price, you'll see the material cost has been updated. We believe we can install this tray slightly faster, so we'll reduce our hours, and because we've got a better price, we'll select the supplier we got a better price from. We now want to enter a cable, so we know the part number of our cable because we want Cat6 Molex. The cable is listed, we select it. We know we want 30,000 meters of cable, so we hit Enter. We don't want any more cable, so if we select Skip, the IntelliSearch option takes us straight through to Power Cat6 mod clips. We want 500 mod clips, hit Enter. Our customers asked us for 10 red jacks, so we'll put those in as well. We can now select Skip for different types of Cat6 jacks. We've gone to our wall plates. It's different types of wall plates. We're looking for mod clips because we've selected mod clip jacks. So now we want dual wall plates, so they're singles. 250 dual wall plates. Select Enter. They've been entered into our spreadsheet. We select Skip. We can go through. Again, we're skipping through different sections of products. We've skipped our way through to patch panels. We can step through by selecting next. We want Datagate, PowerCat 6, so we need 21, hit enter. Now we'll select close. Customers asked us for blue patch cords. Scroll through, so we want blue 3 meter, we do it 250, go through 20 red at 5 meter. Now we've selected our patch leads, select close. Customers asked us to enter a product that isn't in the Molex database. We're going to enter APC, the part number, description, quantity, the value, the cost, and the amount of labour. So we want those items when we do the fit off, and we're going to select our supplier. That's a brief example of a horizontal takeoff. So now we need to add the next level. If we go to new page, we can start the process again. Looking for a rack. Again, we go through. This time we want an Amiga rack. We want 2. Again, you'll see it entered down the bottom. We'll type our description. Now, if we go back to page 1, we'll say level 3 is almost identical to level 1. So we're going to select copy page. You'll see now we have page 3. On level 3, we have a few less things. So we're going to change it to 1 rack. We're going to change it to 4 shelves. We only need 10 lengths of tray, 20,000 meters of cable, and we've only got 300 jacks, 150 wall plates, and 150 patch cords. So now we've quickly done level 3. If we go to our summary page, you'll now see we have level 1, level 2, and level 3. The amount of hours for each level. You'll see at the moment there's no cost associated with the resource. We'll move on to that step now. If we go to the resources tab, we can, from the drop down list, select some predefined resources. So we'll select an electrician, assign 50% of the work at the electrician's normal time rate. You'll see it's assigned 50% of the hours. His cost rate is $42 an hour, so we've assigned a cost of $17,800 for his labour. If we tab through, we're also going to select level 3, and we're going to select 40% of the time at normal time. See the different rate, the labour's been added on, the total down the bottom. We're also going to select a level 5, which we've selected above, and we'll enter 20%. The system warns us that we've over allocated our labour. We say OK, go back 10%. This work has to be done out of hours, so that's his double time rate. So now you'll see we've assigned 100% of the labour. We type the note down here. So now we've assigned our resources. We then can move on to our expenses. We can have predefined expenses, or we can manually enter them. Let's say we've got car parking, and there's 20 days of car parking. Well, we've put a default value in of $40, but we can change that to $35. If we hit tab, we can actually manually type something in here. So we're going to provide a meal allowance as an example, and there's 10 of those at $10. You'll see our expense cost down the bottom, our total. So now if we go back to the start, to the first, you'll see this is our estimate info. We've created a quick estimate using predefined customers and site and a consultant. We have our default values, square meters, doing a bid. Our estimate's valid for 30 days. If we go to worksheet, we have our summaries for each one, or we can go to each area, level 1, 2, or 3. Go to our resources, we can view our resources or alter or update those. If we go to our expense page, we see that we've got car parking and meal allowance assigned. So let's go through to the summary page. The total of our materials for the 3 levels we've done are 54,000. Through our admin section, we've put a default markup of 25% on our materials. We might alter that to 20%. You'll see that the graph over here adjusts. So our sell price for our materials is 65,000. Our worksheets have calculated there's 849 hours of work to do. Our average hourly rate cost is $46.98 based on our different resource labour types. So our total cost of labour is 36,000. We've got a default markup of 45% that you can set through the admin section. We're actually going to change that to 50%. So you'll see now that sell price of labour is 54,000. We have $800 in expenses, which was our car parking and our meals. We're going to mark that up 15%. You'll see the values changed. And a site allowance, we've got 849 hours. Now, as an example, on this job we have 20 hours work that we're going to do off-site. So we'll alter this value to 829 because we don't want to be paying site allowance for work when we're not on site. So if we move down to the bottom, you'll see the total cost of our estimate is $93,000. Our sell price is $123,000 based on our markups. Our tax is 10%, which again could be altered back at the estimate info page. So our sell price including tax is $135,000. Based on the numbers, our gross profit would be 21% and $29,435. Our labour material ratio, we'd have 60% materials and 39% or 40% labour. And a cost per square metre is $12.51. We also keep a history of the estimates completed by the user. So over the quarter or over the year, we can see that in the last 3 months, the estimator's done $263,000 with an average gross profit of 9% and a gross profit margin of $58,000. In the notes section, this is a repository where you store all of your project information. Drawings, notes, photos, quotations, specifications. These can all be uploaded in here. So if the customer calls you back after a period of time, you only have to go to one place to get all of your project information. Once we've completed our estimate, we can select print. We can print all of the information. We can print the summary, or we can print worksheet page. When we print the worksheet page, we can print by phase. You might only want to print off the materials for your rough-in. We can print off by distributor. We can include material prices and we can include resource hours. We can go up now and close the estimate. Back to our main screen, we can select open estimate, sort list, and we can see this is the estimate we created. So at any time we come back and we can open our estimate where we left off. Close the estimate. Down the left hand side you'll see we have information about customers, sites, consultants, quarterly estimate performance. So we track the estimates in the last quarter, how many estimates we've done, how many are undecided, how many are unsuccessful, how many we've won, our success rate, our GP based on the estimates we've been successful with. We can also scroll down further and we can manage items in the database. We can create assemblies, our company information, usernames, passwords, etc. So that's a brief demonstration of Panacea Project Estimator. Very quickly, we've accurately produced an estimate for 3 levels of a building. At any time we can simply go back, review or update it. If the customer asks for technical data on a product, we can simply go to that item and select the relevant link. The information will be displayed in an instant. A couple of final things to note. The software can be branded and updated with your company logo and colour scheme. The software is offered to users on an annual subscription basis. A 3-month free trial is available. Future editions will include multiple languages. We also offer a free web-based tool that allows the accurate calculation for the true cost of resources. Finally, if you have any questions or comments, contact Andrew Young via email, andrew.young@dpv.com.au. Thanks for watching.